Welcome to the Rewriting Naruto series part 41. This is a series of videos where I rewrite Naruto, making changes to improve the story for my personal taste. Make sure to leave a like so you can help the series to continue, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and ring those notifications so you always know when the rewrites come out. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm as well, so if you want to leave a comment too. Let's get going. Yamato woke up on the training grounds. The sun had just risen, and Naruto was waiting for him. Oh, you're early for once. I'm not training today. What? Already slacking off? No, I just have to take care of some stuff that happened last night. What happened? Some stuff happened last night. Yeah, you told me that, but what happened? It doesn't matter! Oh, did you fight with Sakura again? I figured you left last night so you could just go and see her. Teenagers just can't hold it in. How did you upset her this time? I didn't even see Sakura! What are you talking about? Oh, come on, you're asking me for my advice on women. I'm not dumb, Naruto. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You'll find out soon enough about what happened. Sorry about skipping training. Naruto puffed away. It was a shadow clone. Yamato smirked and figured he would take the day off. Naruto arrived late to the library. He had no idea where he was. There were so many books and scrolls in there that it made Naruto dizzy just thinking about having to read them. You're late, Shikamaru said. He sat on the same table as Neji, and there were many scrolls and books open on that table. They've been reading. Shikamaru, why are you here? I asked him to help us out. I thought he wouldn't come, to be honest, Neji said. It's just that's my first time here. I wasn't sure where he was. Really? I mean, that's not surprising. Libraries are a hassle. Shikamaru yawned as Naruto sat down with them. So, Neji, how are things going with the Hyuga clan? Everything's chaotic. Hiyashi's funeral is happening right now, and the clan's reputation was probably damaged beyond repair after what that summon of yours spilled out about Hiashi last night. Also, the fact that Hinata is in prison because of the attempted murder of Kakashi, and the fact that she essentially deserted the Hyuga didn't help at all. To make things even worse, she is the clan leader now, which the main family hates, especially because she's detained. And without Lady Tsunade here, the situation's even messier. Some of the main family members requested Hinata to be released, but the Ambu denied it. Not surprising. I thought you were a little weird after the Land of Whirlpools mission, Naruto. I'm sorry about what happened with Hinata. Thanks, Shikamaru, but I screwed up in many ways. I couldn't get through to Hinata, and her whole situation was supposed to be a secret, but I screamed it to everyone yesterday without even thinking about it. Well, that may actually have been a good thing, Naruto. That gave credence to everything you said about Hiashi last night, and, well, the Toad. The Branch family also didn't spare any efforts telling everybody about Hiashi and what he did during his life, and also what he tried to do with you last night. Yeah, things are changing for you, Naruto. Normally people would just hate you for killing someone like Hiashi, even though he was the one who provoked you to fight. But now, it seems like they understand what happened. And let's be real here, Hiashi wasn't very much liked by anyone in the village. He was just kind of feared because of the reputation of the Hyuga clan. And the other clan heads are all pissed at him for trying to get control over the only Jinchuriki in the village by invoking a tradition that hadn't been used in half a century. So I'm still just a Jinchuriki for them. That's not entirely true, not after the missions you've done lately. The main family is sure furious, but now the Uzumaki clan is the overlord, and the Hyugas take traditions very seriously. They hate you, but they will probably accept what happened, and accept the rules of Takei Shijo. Still, Naruto, you want to become Hokage, don't you? You can't let people outmaneuver you so easily. Didn't you suspect Hiashi was up to something? I'm sure you didn't even know what a Takei Shijo was, but you just accepted to fight him in the challenge. I mean, even if it was a trap, I knew I could beat him. I've never lost to a Hyuga. Naruto smirked, looking at Neji. You keep saying that, but you conveniently forget about the time we fought in the Forest of Death. Oh, that was Sasuke's defeat, not mine. You fought alongside Sasuke, against me, and you all lost. It was Sasuke's defeat, not mine. Neji scowled at him. Still, Naruto, even if you were sure that you would beat him, if Hiashi wasn't so arrogant, he would have set a trap that would have worked. I can think of at least 50 ways Hiashi could have done something terrible to you last night without even having to fight you. Yeah, but you're a genius or something. I'm just telling you to be more careful. This entire situation is a hassle. Anyway, let's get it over with. I was hoping you'd forget that. Come on, Naruto, we gotta do it. Naruto grabbed some of the scrolls and books Neji and Shikamaru had selected and began to read. The army is ready, Lord Danzo. Our sensory barriers will keep them from being detected until tonight. A root Anbu member told Danzo in the Leaf Village underground. Good. Take the Grand Battalion to position. The army shall attack once Jiraiya and Kakashi are dead. Yes, Lord Danzo, the masked man said, vanishing from the Anbu headquarters. About 30 more masked Anbu members left, following him. One of the members that stayed behind approached Danzo. My lord, what about Hiyashi's death? Won't that interfere with our plans? Much in the contrary. Hiashi was our ally only out of fear. We could never expect loyalty from him. But now, the Hyuga clan will fall into Hinata's hands. Therefore, it falls in our hands. But the Jinchuriki, he won the Takei Shijo. He's the overlord now. That does not matter. Tonight, I will become the 6th Hokage, and tomorrow I will make the Jinchuriki mine. Danzo said with a smirk, and he caressed the bandages on the right side of his face, right where his eye was supposed to be. Naruto hit his forehead on the library table, sighing loudly. Other ninjas and civilians that were using the library turned around with a puzzled look in their faces, looking at Naruto's weird antics. This is so boring! I keep reading the same page over and over, and when I finish it, I realize I wasn't paying attention, so I have to start over again. I don't remember anything that I read! I think I've been stuck on this page for 2 hours! Come on, Naruto, we've only been researching for half an hour. Half an hour? I thought it was like 3 hours at least! Time passes by slower when you're doing something tiresome. I don't think it'll be any help here, guys. Reading this stuff is unbearable. Don't you want to be Hokage? You'll have to read tons of tiresome documents like these. Nah, I'll just make you do that for me, Shikamaru. I'm not your servant. You better start contributing or I'm not gonna help anymore. Okay. Naruto weaved the Shadow Clone hand sign. Studying with the Shadow Clone method would make things easier for him. Just like in training, he would use the clones to speed things up. The problem was that Naruto was making so little progress that he doubted that adding more clones would even make a difference. They were copies of himself after all, and they would also think this task is boring beyond belief. Not only that, but he also remembered what that weird Anbu told him last night, urging him not to train today so that he would be at full strength, talking about something terrible that would happen. Naruto thought the guy was insane, but at the same time, he seemed very strong and smart, so Naruto didn't want to risk it. Just in case he was right, he would spare his chakra today. Do you guys know if anything bad's supposed to happen in the village today? Neji and Shikamaru looked at him with bewildered faces. What do you mean, Naruto? I don't know. I heard that the full moon is a bad omen or something like that. Naruto, there's a full moon every month. It's normal. You shouldn't believe everything you hear. You're gonna become into like those weird conspiracy theorists. Superstitions like that are such a hassle. Is there anything that made you think that, Naruto? Naruto wondered if he should tell them about the Anbu. It was strange. If the village was in danger, then the Anbu should warn all the strong ninjas about what would happen, not just Naruto himself. It did seem like Naruto was the only one who heard about it. Maybe he was the only one supposed to know about it? Or maybe that guy was just messing with Naruto. No, just never mind. I've been reading for too long, I think. Half an hour is not too long. Oh, cut me some slack, Neji. This is not my strong suit. Well, let's get back to it. Fu jumped from tree branch to tree branch. He felt a weird sensation from the wind hitting his face directly, for he wasn't wearing his root Anbu mask, which he did almost 24 hours a day. He sensed the signature chakra of the barrier he and other root members erected in the distance, a signature only noticeable to them. He then weaved a hand sign and transformed himself into Kakashi Hatake. He arrived at the invisible chakra barrier and crossed it. Once he did that, thousands of camping men appeared to his sight, and he could feel their chakra signatures. They were from all over the land of fire and beyond. Mercenaries, bandits, bounty hunters, some were ninjas and some weren't, but they were all the worst of the worst. They drank and ate the supplies that the root Anbu secretly provided them. Of course they didn't know the root Anbu gave it to them, but they seemed to be enjoying the rich meals and sake they got for free. Little did they know that that sentenced them all to death. None of those men would see the next sunrise. Some of the mercenaries noticed Fu entering the barrier. They quickly rose and pointed their weapons at him. It's the copy ninja! They found us! Ring the bell! Fu put his hands up and raised his voice. I am the one who hired you. Impossible! You're a loyal leaf ninja! I was, until they lost themselves in stupidity. The current Hokage must be taken down. That's hard to believe. What's harder to believe is how my beloved village has fallen, and you will facilitate our return. I have paid 40% of the promised value to all of you beforehand. The other 60% will be paid after the completion of your assault. halt. The mercenaries began to whisper, all surprised that Kakashi Hatake was the one to hire them. You better pay it, you understand, copy ninja? I will. You only need to assault the Leaf Village for an hour and leave. You are free to pillage and destroy as much as you would like. That way you can earn even more than you were promised. Where's your leader? A man with round dark lenses covering his eyes and long hair made his way through the crowd towards Fu. His name was Yoroi Akado. He was serving as a sort of leader to this army of mercenaries. The Rutambu manipulated things so that he would fall into that position. He was one of the stronger ninjas of the bunch, so it was fit for him. He could maintain order. That man used to be one of Orochimaru's henchmen after all. Several of Orochimaru's former servants joined the army after the death of their former overlord, all trying to find a new way in life. If only they knew how futile their efforts were. So, when are we attacking? We're tired of waiting, Yoroi said. Tonight, I will draw the Leaf Village forces elsewhere. Your army will assault the northeast side of the Leaf Village's wall. It's a straight line from this location. You will invade the Leaf Village and do as you please, and leave within the hour. I will launch a flare into the sky so that you know the sign to leave the sensorial barrier and advance to the village. So stay sharp, and look at the sky above the village once night falls. This camp's too far away from the Leaf Village. We should leave for a more strategic place sooner so we can get a jump on them. No, once you leave the barrier you'll be exposed, and then you can be detected. The campsite's far away to avoid that, and to make sure unsuspected ninjas don't come across it. If all of you leave the barrier, the assault will fail. But we're too far! Yes, the camp's 7 kilometers away from the village. I am taking that into account when launching the flare. Do not worry. You won't encounter any resistance when marching to the village. But be quick. This is a surprise attack, and time is of the essence. Don't forget that you're being paid handsomely to fulfill your mission the way I request. Fine. The money we're getting is worth the risk. I don't know if you remember this, but I fought your pupil years ago. Oh, I do. I watched it. Fu said, knowing about the intel on Yoroi when he infiltrated the tuning exams. I saw him a few times after he joined Orochimaru. I don't care. Yoroi recoiled at Fu's words. Make sure the entire army assaults as a unified force. I am trusting you to keep their discipline. Yoroi nodded and Fu left, still disguised as Kakashi. Naruto woke up. His face laid flat on top of some scrolls on the library table. He remembered dozing off when they came back to the library after lunch. So, how long was out? Naruto raised his head fast. About 6 hours, Neji said, looking at a scroll. What? Yeah, you talk in your sleep. It was kind of a hassle to read while you had your dreams. Naruto looked at the window and the sun was already setting. They weren't messing with him. It was weird. For some reason, this library felt like a great place to take a nap. Why'd you guys not wake me up? We figured that you weren't making much progress, so if you didn't interrupt us, we'd get things done quicker and everything that we had to read would be done by the time you woke up. Yeah, and we're pretty much done. Oh, good. So what did you guys find out? Well, we figured that we would ask what you want to do in your position as Overlord, and then we can see what we can do with it within the Takei Shijo rules. Okay, so the first thing that I thought about was to abolish that stupid forehand seal in the Hyuga clan. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Why not? The Overlord clan has no influence over the internal affairs of the Vassal clan. The cursed forehead seal is an internal affair. I appreciate the thought, though. I mean, but now that Hinata's leader, she will surely do something about it, right? Oh, I guess not, because of Danzo. Well, yeah, she is under Danzo's influence and in a route, Anbu. I don't know how things will fall into place that way. I personally know next to nothing about the Hyuga seal. This is main family knowledge, so it's not as though it can be very helpful in this situation either. I mean, if we can abolish the seal, then all this reading was worthless. Getting rid of it was the only idea I had, really. Yeah, it's a hassle. I thought about freeing Hinata, but I'm not sure if that's even a good idea now with Danzo snaking around. And this is also a Leaf Village affair. You do not have power, and you cannot affect Leaf Village affairs as the Overlord. Then what can I do? You have power over these so-called clan-on-clan affairs. Things that both clans can do combined. It's difficult to explain. The Takei Shijo was created way before the Leaf Village was a thing, so the power you got isn't really suited for the modern shinobi system. Well, to give out some examples, you can use Hyuga ninjas to lend you support during your missions. You can pick one Hyuga for every member of your clan to serve as bodyguards, scouts, assassins, whatever the mission requires, really. I guess it can be useful, but seeing that you're the only Uzumaki, the maximum number of Hyugas that you can request to come on a mission with you is 1. This rule was crafted for the Warring States period when clans went on total war against each other, so there would be way more clan members from the Overlord, so that there would be more clan members from the Vassal clan too. But nowadays, you rarely get missions with a large number of ninjas, and they usually are not from the same clan anyway. You can also request training partners and errand shinobi from the Vassal clan. What's an errand shinobi? Well, it's essentially an old-fashioned maid. They do whatever you require in your household. Oh, and you don't have to incur any of the expenses those shinobis are going to take when working for you. This is the task of the Vassal clan. They have to pay for their own services given to the Overlord. You can also dish out punishment to ninjas from the Vassal clan that insult you, your clan, members of your clan, or that refuse to abide by the Takei Shijo rules. Killing as a punishment is only allowed if they directly betray the Overlord clan. Oh yeah, we didn't tell you about the spiciest detail, Naruto. You can request any female member of the Vassal clan to marry a male member of your clan. Naruto remembered Blind Frog saying something about that last night. He thought it was a joke at the time though. Apparently he was serious. His mind immediately raced to Hinata, and Naruto blushed. That would be messed up though. Besides, after everything Hinata's done, Naruto wasn't even sure if he would ever be able to be with her. Thinking about someone in particular, Naruto? Shikamaru smirked. No, nobody. Well, don't worry. The Vassal clan leader is exempt from all those rules. So you couldn't request Hinata even if you wanted to. I didn't say anything! You didn't say anything, but your face told us everything. Why don't you go ahead and challenge Gaara to a Takei Shijo then? What are you implying? I don't know. You didn't say anything, but your face told us everything. The Takei Shijo only applies to the Land of Fire anyway. Ah, so you thought about it, Shikamaru. You're nasty. Shut it, Naruto. You're such a hassle. What are you guys even talking about? Shikamaru's crush is from the Sand Village. You know her, Neji. She was at the Chunin exams. Tanuri, the girl with a big fan. Her name is Temari. Shikamaru shouted way louder than he intended. Naruto giggled. You really got defensive there, Shikamaru. What's going on? Oh, the Jonin sister of the Kazekage. I remember her. Good for you, Shikamaru. There's nothing between us. Don't spread these troublesome rumors. I mean, it's annoying and a hassle. But you sure would like it to be something between you two, wouldn't you, Shikamaru? I mean, granted to not even put you together to take care of the Chunin exams. Oh man, you should have seen that they were walking around the village, all lovey-dovey. Shikamaru was all embarrassed, but he was actually enjoying himself. There's something else about the Takei Shijo rules, Naruto, that we didn't tell you. Shikamaru tried to change subjects abruptly. Other clan leaders in the Land of Fire may challenge you now, because you have Overlord status, but if that happens, just don't accept. You're not required to accept any Takei Shijo challenge, and it's unlikely that anybody will challenge you anyways. Okay, I guess. Even back in the day, Takei Shijo was more for status than anything else, and now the shinobi system, well, it's practically the only thing it serves for prestige. I'm not gonna tell you the rules about it, how Takei Shijo works, and how you have to set up a duel, because you're not even supposed to accept any. Okay, got it, Shikamaru. I'm serious, Naruto, this practice was pretty much banned in the Leaf Village by the third Hokage. When the Leaf Village was founded, the clans, they weren't united, and they started to rival each other in troublesome ways. The Takei Shijo was one of them, and it caused instability, but it was so traditional that neither the first nor the second Hokages banned it. I mean, okay, but if I don't have to accept, why would they keep on accepting the challenges after the clans united themselves into the Leaf Village? Honor, ego, pride, greed, call it what you will. You haven't lived in a traditional clan environment, Naruto, so this will fly over your head. But these old clans still care about the old ways in a sense, and there usually is an internal sense of superiority, especially in a clan like the Hyuga, Neji said. Yeah, the last Takei Shijo happened 52 years ago, and it was very traumatic. The stories about it are gruesome. Yeah, I don't really care about the lore. Really? What if I told you that Danzo of the Shimura clan challenged Hiruzen of the Sarutobi clan? What? Now you're interested. What happened? Danzo and Hiruzen were big rivals ever since they were kids, and the Sarutobi and Shimura clans were likewise. When Lord Hiruzen became Hokage, apparently Danzo was overtaken by jealousy, and wanted to get back at Hiruzen by becoming the overlord of the Hokage through a Takei Shijo. Everyone expected Hiruzen to just refuse the challenge. After all, he was a Hokage. He should be above those things, and he ruled over the Shimuras as well, but he accepted. According to the texts, Lord Third had to assert his power as the new Hokage after the end of the Senju dynasty that ruled over the village for over 2 decades. But he also wanted to take this opportunity to end the Takei Shijo tradition, so he dueled Danzo in front of the entire village. The third Hokage, obliterated Danzo. He gouged out Danzo's right eye and popped it in his hand, and then he broke Danzo's right arm in over a dozen different places before Danzo begged for mercy and relinquished the duel. Then Hiruzen screamed at the crowd something along the lines of, "This is the destiny who awaits those who engage in such foolishness," pointing at Danzo, who was a bloody pulp on the ground. Damn, the old man was scary. But it explains why Danzo walks around with more bandages than Neji had after he fought against me. Man, that was random. The third Hokage relinquished his overlord status. After that, no one engaged in Takei Shijo ever again, until you came along and broke the 52-year streak, Naruto. I mean, I didn't know all this stuff, but I'm glad the old man pummeled that bastard into a pulp. Naruto chuckled and felt his respect for Hiruzen rising even further, but then Naruto shivered, thinking about what Granny Tsunade would do to him once she returned to the village. He shook his head and banished those thoughts. Well, if he could relinquish his status, then maybe I could relinquish mine as well. I thought about that, but when I say that the third Hokage relinquished his status as the Overlord, I'm not saying he officially cancelled his status, I'm just saying he never acted on it. And he also forbade any members of his clan to do the same thing. So technically, you can do it, you just don't have to act as the Overlord and that's it. Oh, hold on, I got an idea! Neji and Shikamaru looked at Naruto in curiosity. Is there anyone in the Hyuga clan you have a crush on, Neji? I could arrange a marriage for the two of you. You can't really do that, it's an internal clan affair, and I don't really intend on marrying within my clan, especially now that Hiashi isn't around anymore to control who's marrying who. So who's your crush, Neji? You know both our crushes, Naruto said as Shikamaru turned his head away, blushing hard. I guess there's no one. Oh, come on, what about Tauntaun? She's really big? No, what? No, the girl on your team. Tenten. How bad are you with names, Naruto? Pretty bad, I guess, but what about her? She's not my type. Ah, I see, so you're more like me then. What do you mean? Well, you see, I like girls with— Naruto! Sakura said, arriving at their table out of nowhere. Naruto stopped himself from saying what he was about to immediately once he realized Sakura was nearby. Hey, Sakura! I never expected to find you in the library. Let's go. Where are we going? We woke up Lord Jiraiya. Naruto smiled, looking at Shikamaru and Neji. Go. There's nothing more to research here, Shikamaru said. Naruto nodded, thanking Neji and Shikamaru, and left the library with Sakura. Naruto could see the final embers of sunlight far away at the horizon as twilight engulfed the Leaf Village. The full moon loomed above them. Naruto shivered, remembering the encounter with the Yambu. He couldn't let his guard down, not after what he said. Well, he thought that, but he just took a 6-hour nap in the library. Well, if anything bad happened, Neji and Shikamaru would have certainly woken him up. What were you saying, Naruto? Huh? You were about to say something before I arrived. No, it was nothing. It was something that would make me want to punch you, wasn't it? Maybe. Well, don't say it. Sakura smiled, a terrifyingly kind smile. How's Pervy Sage doing? He's doing great. A few more days and he'll be fully recovered. That's great, and it's all thanks to you, Sakura. Well, I'm glad I could help. As Naruto and Sakura headed to the hospital, they drew an abnormal amount of stares, especially from other ninjas. Rumors spread really fast, you know, Sakura said. Oh, yeah, I was stuck in the library all day, trying to figure out what I could do now, but I didn't realize it would be such a big deal. Naruto, you killed one of the most prominent ninjas in our village in an ancient dueling ritual. You're also pretty famous, or infamous. It would obviously be a big deal. You should be more careful, though. That was a textbook political trap. Yeah, I already got that lecture, okay? Sakura smiled. I'm just looking out for you, you know? These people staring at you, they look apprehensive, afraid. So if anyone gives you trouble, tell me. No, not really, they're not. It feels different. What do you mean? Well, I'm kinda used to people looking at me with fear in their eyes. It was like that ever since I remember being around people. But those looks of fear, they always had disgust and contempt mixed in. Now, it looks like that disgust got replaced with respect. Well then, that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah. Eventually, Naruto and Sakura arrived at the Leaf Village Hospital, and Sakura took Naruto up a spiral staircase in one of the hospital towers. This was really high up, isn't it? High priority and special ninjas are treated in the taller towers. I've never been treated in one of those. Well, you've never been too seriously injured, I guess. But Sasuke also shoved the Chidori in me. Sakura paused and looked sad. I'm sorry, Sakura. That was supposed to be a joke. It was a really bad one. It's alright. They arrived at a room on the highest floor of the tower. Isn't that room? Sakura pointed. I'll stay outside. Naruto nodded and entered the room alone. Jiraiya lay down on his bed, with his eyes closed. His chest was covered up with bandages where the Chidori had pierced through. The room was dark, so Naruto motioned to turn on the light. Don't. I hate these hospital lamps. Pervy Sage! I thought you were sleeping. No, I was just thinking. How are you? Naruto sat down next to the bed, and Jiraiya sat up on the bed itself. Well, considering that I was impaled by a fist of lightning, I guess I'm alright. Wouldn't want to do do it again though. Jiraiya laughed, but Naruto didn't. I thought you were gonna die. Naruto remembered the anguish he felt while Sakura was applying the healing ritual. Hours of agony. Sorry if I worried you, Naruto. Jiraiya touched his shoulder. But you know, it will take way more than that to kill the Toad Sage of Mount Miyaboku. Naruto smiled. So, you told people who did this to you? Oh, yes. Well, it was Sasuke, I know. Gamahiro told me. I know Granny Tsunade sent you after him as well. Jiraiya sighed. He was ridiculously strong, Naruto. I even used Chisaikichi to counter his genjutsu. So Chisaikichi finally learned how to break genjutsu? Yeah, he can be a game changer now. He can only do it once though. But Sasuke, he was on another level. He did something to Orochimaru that let him absorb his snake powers. He was one of the strongest foes I've ever faced, and I fought against a lot of people in my time. I knew Sasuke was strong. I fought against him, but he's always been strong. No, it's different now. You don't understand the level of power he's achieved. I'm sorry. I failed you as a master. You're not even close to him. Hey, I made the Rasen Shuriken, and I'm learning a new jutsu to counter the Sharingan. Don't underestimate me. Do you think you could beat me the way you are right now? I know. So, you couldn't beat him either. It's my fault. I should have been a better teacher. No, it's not, and I'm catching up to him in no time. I'll bring him back to the village just like I promised Sakura. Naruto, I tried to reason with him. I saw myself in your shoes. I just couldn't get through to him. Revenge twisted Sasuke. He's not the same guy anymore. The friend you remember is gone. Just like Orochimaru back in the day. Just like I also failed to bring Orochimaru back to the village. Hinata, she got twisted too. Just like Sasuke, but she was twisted by Danzo, a guy that's still in the village. I've heard some things about that. And I also heard that you killed Hiashi Hyuga in a Takei Shijo bout. I have to say you got guts. I mean, I knew that already, but still. I summoned Blind Frog to help me out of the fight. Had some terrible intel on Hiashi. Why didn't you tell me any of it? Jiraiya hesitated. Even if you knew about what Hiashi was up to, there was nothing you could do about it. Hiashi had too much political power. Even I couldn't do anything about it. And if Tsunade tried to do anything about it, she would probably just get all sorts of trouble, politically speaking. Everything's about politics. You don't care about what's right anymore? Yes, you're right. And you did something about it. Honestly, I thought if I told you what Hiashi did, I thought that you would just storm into the Hyuga clan complex and try to pummel his face into a pulp. Well, I actually was gonna do that, but then he told me to challenge him to this thing, and then I ended up accepting it. So in a way, you outmaneuvered his outmaneuvering skills. Good riddance. This only shows me that I should be more candid with you, Naruto. Sometimes I forget I'm not a child anymore. But what should we do? I mean, Hinata's in prison, now she's the leader of the Hyuga clan, and Sasuke's still out, and I tried to talk to Hinata. I did all those crazy things. I infiltrated the prison, the Leaf Village, but don't tell Granny Tsunade about that. And it didn't work. She wasn't budging at all. She seems like she got completely brainwashed. Okay, I'm not going to inquire any further about this business of invading the prison in the Leaf Village because I don't even want to know. But Hinata, she should pay for her crimes and stand trial. Danzo is a problem for this village, but dealing with him isn't simple. He has a lot of political power, and he has also a lot of physical power with his Rutambu. It wouldn't want a civil war in the Leaf Village or anything like that. Dealing with Hinata's situation should go after we deal with Danzo. And I am not the Hokage, so I shouldn't be acting on impulse when it comes to village-related decisions. But Hinata's suffering, and I don't want her to die because someone exploited her when she was vulnerable. She's not gonna die, don't worry about that. She may stay in prison for a while, but dealing with Danzo is a top priority now. Once he's gone from this village, we can deal with Hinata's situation in a better way. But still, all those problems you mentioned, Naruto, Danzo, Hinata, Sasuke, they can all be solved if you just get stronger. I know, that's what I'm doing! Sure, but I fought Sasuke, and I know Danzo. You need to become way stronger. The strongest ninja in this village. Perhaps it's finally time. Time for what? For you to become one with nature. Huh? Once I'm out of here, I will teach you the jutsu that will make you more powerful than Sasuke, myself, Danzo, and anybody else you can imagine. Really? Jiraiya bit his finger and summoned a small, ancient-looking toad. Hey, Gamayagi! Jiraiya! Long time no see! What can I do for you today? I'd like you to take a look at Naruto's chakra. I want to see if he's mature enough to learn that jutsu. Ah, right. Gamayagi looked at Naruto with a kind smile. He reminds me of his father. Naruto gave him an awkward smile back. But you know, Jiraiya, you're the only human who ever mastered that technique, and yours isn't even perfect. Minato never even managed to draw a single drop in. What? A drop of what? And my dad couldn't master this jutsu? No, he could not. That's probably the only thing the fourth Hokage ever failed at. He had the right chakra type, but he just didn't have enough of it. That shouldn't be a problem. Naruto has way more chakra than Minato did, or even than I do. The only real things he inherited from Minato were his size and the color of his hair. The rest came straight from his mom. The toad smiled and touched Naruto's forehead, closing his eyes in concentration. Wow.
Wow. Ah, that's a vast ocean of chakra you've got. It's indeed way more than Jiraiya. And I can also sense it's the right signature. It's intense. And it feels mature enough to me. That's great news. Perhaps you can even be a perfect sage, unlike Jiraiya.
Hey, you don't have to twist a knife in so deeply. It's not as though I didn't try.
Oh, don't get me wrong. What you've done, what you've achieved, is quite remarkable. It's unfortunate you weren't born with the same power or expansive chakra reserve as Naruto. This boy has what it takes. It's the most arduous training a human can go through, but the prerequisites are fulfilled.
Thank you, Gamayagi. That'll be all. The toad nodded and disappeared with a small cloud of white smoke.
Okay, what kind of jutsu is that, pervy sage?
I'll tell you when the time comes. It's a secret technique of the toads, the most powerful jutsu I've ever learned, and we shouldn't discuss it too much outside of Maomiyaboku because it's, well, a secret jutsu.
Yeah, I'll learn this jutsu that'll make me even stronger than the 4th Hokage because he couldn't master it. I'll bring Sasuke back, put Danzo back in his place, and take the Akatsuki down, and I'm never gonna get stabbed in the back by them again.
Stabbed in the back? What do you mean?
Oh, in my last mission to the land of whirlpools, an Akatsuki stabbed me in the back with a spear of paper and almost got me. Sakura saved my ass.
Huh, it seems like Sakura saved both of us then.
Yeah, she's great.
Paper spear, you said.
Yeah, why?
Can you describe that Akatsuki for me?
I didn't get a good look. I kinda passed out in the middle of it, lost a lot of blood. But Sakura fought her. Let me go grab her.
Naruto invited Sakura into the room, and she explained the entire ordeal in the land of whirlpools to Jiraiya. She then described the flying Akatsuki who almost captured Naruto. She was very pretty, probably in her early 30s. She had blue hair and used paper ninjutsu, which was very different. She could create weapons and armor with paper, could turn her body into paper, avoiding attacks. She could fly using paper wings and could mix paper bombs with her papers. She was very strong. Honestly, I just got Naruto back because I got very lucky. And she wore her headband around her neck, but it was mostly inside the Akatsuki robe. Still, I could get a glimpse of it and saw it was from the Rain Village. Jiraiya paused for a long moment, absorbing the information. He made tight fists with both of his hands and remembered what the random bandit that was under Genjutsu told him about the Akatsuki, about their leader, that he was in the Rain Village. Rain Village. I see. Do you know this woman, Lord Jiraiya? I may have heard of someone with her abilities. Jiraiya paused again and looked at Naruto and remembered what Tsunade told him to tell Naruto the truth, all of it. And he had just promised Naruto he would be more candid with him. Naruto, there's something I need to talk about with you. Yeah, sure. Sakura, could you leave us for a moment? Of course, you can take your time. Before Sakura left though, the door opened and Kakashi entered the room. I see that you made a full recovery, Lord Jiraiya. Hey, Kakashi, good to see you. That lightning blade of yours almost killed me. Indeed. Lord Jiraiya wanted to speak to Naruto in private, Kakashi-sensei. Oh, no need to worry, Sakura. We can do that later. Is there anything important you want to tell me, Kakashi? Yes, it's about this village of ours. Kakashi stared out of the window, overlooking the Leaf Village at night from high up in the tower. He pulled his headband up, exposing his Sharingan as he looked over everything. This village of ours has been infected with a disease that must be eradicated at any cost. I agree. I was talking to Naruto about that just now. Good. Then this makes my job easier. Kakashi weaved hand signs with ludicrous speed, igniting a Raikiri and shoved it in the middle of Jiraiya's chest. His arm moved so rapidly and Naruto was so shocked that it took an instant for him to register what just happened. Kakashi's hand crossed Jiraiya's torso, emerging out of his back. The hit splattered blood all over the pristine white sheets of the hospital bed, staining them crimson. Jiraiya spat blood, and he held Kakashi's right elbow. He looked shocked, but managed to divert the Raikiri away from the heart. In the last second, the lightning blade hit his right lung and ran through it completely. Kakashi pulled out a kunai as it still ran through Jiraiya's chest, squirting blood and blue lightning on the other side. Kakashi aimed the kunai at Jiraiya's face, stabbing with great speed. Naruto erupted into motion. He slapped Kakashi's wrist, launching the kunai from Kakashi's hand before he could deal a finishing blow on Jiraiya. Before the kunai even hit the room wall, Naruto tackled Kakashi with all of his strength, yanking his hand out of Jiraiya's chest, leaving a gaping bloody hole in it. Naruto kept pushing and tackled Kakashi through the window, shattering the glass. They plummeted down to the hospital courtyard. Kakashi's right hand trailed blue lightning mixed with red blood as they fell together, illuminated by the light of the full moon. They hit the ground about 30 meters below with a loud thud. Kakashi fell on his back and grunted in pain as Naruto fell on top of him. Are you awakened yet? Kakashi-sensei! Who put this genjutsu on you? Kakashi punched
punched Naruto in the face. He felt his nose breaking and his mouth filled with blood. Naruto flew dozens of meters with the force of the blow until he hit the outer wall of the hospital, cracking it. Kakashi-sensei had never been that forceful with Naruto during training, but Naruto stood up as quickly as he could, still dizzy from the blow. Wake up, damn it! This can't be happening! There is no genjutsu, Naruto. I'm just doing what's necessary for this village, plagued by indiscipline and disorder, to survive. Stand down, or I'll have to kill you as well. Kakashi weaved hand signs, and his right hand, which was drenched with Jiraiya's blood, glowed bright yellow. Fire style, blazing flare! Kakashi pointed his hand up, shooting a beam of fire from it that rose into the sky hundreds of meters above them. It ignited into a bright flash of yellow light and remained in the sky, floating above the Leaf Village. Now, get out of my way. I do not wish to kill you out of respect for your father. What are you planning on doing, Kakashi-sensei? I will make sure Jiraiya is dead. Yeah, right. That ain't happening. I'm gonna break you out of this genjutsu. Have I taught you nothing? Any genjutsu would have been broken with the force that I hit the ground with. No, I refuse to believe that. You're not a traitor, Kakashi-sensei. There's something wrong, and I'm not gonna let you kill Pervy Sage. Very well then. I'll make it painless. For Minato-sensei's sake. The three Tomoe of his Sharingan fused together, activating the Mangekyo Sharingan. Watch part 42 of the rewrite right here. Comment down below what you thought about this part, and please make sure you like this video to support the series. Also subscribe if you haven't already, ring notifications so that you know when the next part comes out, and thank you so much for watching.